Right, so another option, if I can't win the underhook and I can't get 2-on-1s, we're going to look for the Kimura trap. Obviously you can try to finish with the Kimura, but a reaction Tyrone can do is roll over his shoulder and we're going to come up with him. Donner calls this the Kimura sweep option. So from knee shield half guard, I'm not getting a sniff on the underhook, can't get 2-on-1s, and as Tyrone makes the crossface, I'm just stopping it. Okay, so I want my left hand's just in the crook of his arm, and my right is going to make a grip. Thumb and first finger is around his wrist. The rest of my hand is between his wrist and his little finger, and this sort of fat part of the hand. The reason for this is if I just grab the wrist, he can just recircle and pummel. So again, one more time on that, he just circles inside of my thumb. Whereas if I grab at the end of the wrist and my 4 fingers are across this fatty part of the hand, but on the little finger side, which is that, as Tyrone goes to, again, it's just, I've no idea why this is such a good grip. I've heard people call it the magic grip, but it's such a great grip. He can't re-pummel from there. So now that hand that was on the inside just comes over and I whack on the Kimura grip. So again, my left hand is going to grab my own wrist. That's a thumbless grip. My goal from here is to keep a bend in his left arm and not to let him make a grip on the inside. If he makes a grip on the inside, we'll go down that rabbit hole another time. So from there, I'm just getting that bend. I'm gluing Tyrone's right elbow to my chest, and now I'm just bending up from here. Tyrone really has 2 options from here. If he rolls over his far shoulder, his right shoulder, I'm just putting the submission on. He's going nowhere, because I'm controlling the far side with my legs. The other thing he can do from here is roll over his left. Now, if I'm not aware of this, what's going to happen is, as he rolls, you end up in the T Kimura position. So from that position, I'm just moving my body behind his. We're not going to address this, but you sort of think of a capital T. 2 main things from this position. I want to be keeping a bend in Tyrone's arm, and I want my left elbow controlling that inside space. Tyrone wants to get his left elbow to the mat inside my left elbow, and he's out. Just turn this way, bro. Perfect. So if he gets his elbow to the mat inside, he's out. So my goal is to win that battle, try to get your elbow to the inside. Now if he doesn't go hand to hand, the go-to route from here would be to just bring his hand to the mat. I come up on top, and now I can finish the Kimura from the top. But anyone with half a brain will make this grip here, okay? And I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but there's a ton of different things you can do from this T Kimura position. The other thing we can look for, in this case, Danaher stayed connected with his legs. When Tyrone rolls, I use it to come up on top, and you get the points for the sweep. Let's take it like that. So, from our knee shield, he starts to win that crossface. I'm stopping the arm in the crook of the arm. I get that magic grip at the wrist. Set up, bend in the arm, Kimura's on. I'm starting to put connection here. So when Tyrone decides to roll over his left shoulder, I'm going to bring my knees to my chest and stay connected to him. So as he rolls, he actually brings me over with him without killing him. Now if you keep the grip, you still have the Kimura, but in this case we're just going to use it to move into half guard top. So my elbow is coming in the reverse crossface, elbow's coming into his left ear, and then I'm just going to turn my hip. And again, we've covered all this in the half guard stuff. Let's just get another angle on that. Didn't go too well. Put it flattened in there. It's alright. Let's look at that again. Ugh. Did I ever say I never trained with injuries? So we're in our position. So he goes for that crossface, I stop it, I come up, I start to work and get the grip away from his leg here. When Tyrone starts to roll, I'm just coming up with him and I'm using that connection, that was better, to stay on top. Again, from here, you can continue to play the whole Kimura game from there, or we're just going to, for the sake of the drill, elbow, turn my hip. More than likely Tyrone's going to be locking in his half guard, and then I'll be walking my foot up and trying to free my knee. He starts to push in my knee. I won the So from our position, count on the underhook, 2-on-1s isn't happening, maybe octopus isn't happening, so you just stop that crossface, make the magic grip, Kimura trap game, focusing on trying to keep his arm away from the inside of his thigh. I've got a bend in that arm. As I bring his elbow towards me and I'm pushing it up, the only thing Tyrone can do is roll. I'm staying connected, especially with my right hook. That's what's pulling me over. Okay. Once there, I'm going to replace, turn my hip, and then I can start playing my passing game from half guard top.